The idea behind this is very neat, and aspects of it reflect reality, if I'm not mistaken. What I'm poorly highlighting here, keep in mind, because I'm going to do this in 1 minute, maybe. And in case you want to see what this says, take a screenshot. And what you'll see online is this jazz. The seals of the 7 angels who rule over yada yada. And it's often truncated, it's clipped. You don't see the rest of the page, you don't know what the fuck this is. At the bottom, it does tell you. It has to do with Agrippa, Cornelius Agrippa, which means you could look it up. If you were to do so, here's another version of it, mind you. And if you look at the very top, can I zoom in? Yeah, I guess I can with Reddit, but this thing's in the fucking way. 1 second. The Yazidi archangels prayed to in Yazidi devil worship. It's a little on the nose, but there's a reason why people crop this usually, and it's doing whatever it wants. There we go. Something to consider. If you do look up Cornelius Agrippa and you look up the Wandering Stars, which you're going to have to look up as, planetary powers and other garbage along those lines, shit that doesn't reflect reality, mind you. The names attributed to them are going to be different. In other words, here, this bottom left one, if I'm not mistaken, this is Orch, which has to do with Apollo the Sun, possibly. And you'll see that also highlighted on the other, the Instagram page. What's another one in here? It's jumping again. Where's the other one at? The page that we were just on, and Instagram will also tell you this one right here, the Ophiel, is Mercury. Just to throw out the 2 that are highlighted on there. But if you Google this jazz and you look this junk up having to do with Cornelius Agrippa, you're going to see different names, because they do have a lot of names. And I'm trying to make this do something else. Do I still have it pulled up? No, I don't. Let's try it. If this thing will work. Like I said, if this thing will work. Cornelius Agrippa, the seals of the 7 angels. Yeah, there we go. So if you look closely, you don't see Och or Och at all. At all. Instead, you see Raphael. And instead of, what was the other one? Ophiel, you see Michael, which you also will hear attributed to the moon, mind you. I want you to take that to heart. And instead, you get Gabriel, the angel of death, having to do with the moon in this version. Just something to think about. People aren't kicking around things, For the most part, they're not thinking at all, which means they're just clicking repost. If you dig a little deeper, there's more to this stuff. Hence research instead of, reacting and entertainment and all that other garbage that people mostly spend their time on. It frustrates me to no end. But, yeah. If people were being more thorough and they were putting in the time with things, and this is just one shitty example, you and I would be better off. If they looked into things instead of buying into things, is my point. 2020 to present day is a great example, and there are numerous examples, mind you. If people thought about whether or not they should use emojis, they wouldn't. They wouldn't at all. And the same applies to all the other social engineering garbage that's been spoon-fed to people. But people are not thinking. They're not looking into things. They're not considering how they should conduct themselves and why we're being spoon-fed shit. What the fuck do I know?